Hi guys, Ann here, and today, that's a little rude, we have a little sit down outside little chit chat. I don't know what you want to call these. Today is Saturday when I'm filming, and it was supposed to rain Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, yesterday, I had a vlog came out, but that was Thursday's vlog, and it was raining, of course. I always say in the East Coast, we're always known where April showers brings May flowers, because it rains just about every daggone day in April, okay? So it said, so it was supposed to be Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Today's Saturday when I'm filming, but it looks like it's getting ready to rain. It's starting to get windy. It feels still wet outside. The sky's getting dark, so I just got done filming a couple videos for the beauty channel. I did film my Dollar Tree haul, so I got to edit that. That will go up today for sure, so if you're interested in that. As you can see, I have not got the backyard done yet because I'm still working on that side yard, which I'll take you and show you how much we got done and all of that stuff. So tomorrow is my birthday, Sunday, April 6th. I cannot believe I'm going to be 49 years young. I cannot believe it. Like, I know I've been saying this, but it's my last year of my 40s. Like next year, I'm going to start a whole new decade. So I am going to, the 40s was the worst for me. You guys already know that. Oh my God, these last 9 years. And let me just tell you, so this last year of my 40s, I'm going to make it great. Okay? Trust and believe. So in my last video, I asked you guys, should I say yes? So this is what we're doing. I talked to my friend Ryan. So we're going to go out tomorrow night on my birthday. I don't know exactly where we're going to go yet. Definitely out to eat. Anytime I tell you I'm going out, it's always out to eat, okay? I love eating. You guys know that, okay? So I don't know where at. You know, I'm going to let him pick. And then I don't know what we're going to do afterwards. And then next weekend, we're going to go to Atlantic City. So we're going to go Friday night because he works Friday, and then I'll be home Sunday. So Friday and Saturday will be. And then Sunday morning we'll come home. So I said yes. I said the whole weekend, and because I wait the last minute, I'm like, you know what? That way he didn't have to rush and get things done and all that. I'm like, we'll just do it next weekend because, I mean, you know, for me, my birthday's just another day. You know what I mean? Like, another week isn't going to hurt me. So because of that, he was like, well, I got to take you out on your birthday. It's your birthday. I'm like, okay. Really quickly, let me show you my truck. A lot of you guys asked me, where's your truck? What happened to your truck? And it's right here. I'm going to show you. Okay, there's my truck. I don't want to show too much, but it's right here. Okay? I know lately you've been seeing me in Lexi's car. Usually one of the boys always takes the truck, which I don't care. As long as there is a vehicle here for me to use, because I never go anywhere, I don't care. And to be honest, I do prefer cars over trucks. I do. Tyler's car, I don't use much. What happened here now? Hold on. Tyler's car, I don't like to use because he's got that souped up car that's very low. And I don't want to like hit a bump or something like that. And then it's very loud. He has that thing where you make it where it's real loud. And I can't vlog like that. It's too loud, you know. And so for me, I just take Lexi's car because she's sleeping, you know. That way I don't have to be back at a certain time. I don't have to rush. But lately she's been having issues with that back tire. And I wanted to take it and drive it and see what she was talking about because we had already replaced that tire prior. Remember? I think I took you guys with me. And like I said, she had just got off of work. So I'm like, you sleep. Because if she went, she's capable of going herself, but they take advantage of younger. You guys, I know that. At least here they do. So I put the air in and it was fine. And then the next morning, so Friday morning, Lexi goes because she wanted to go out and the tire was completely flat. Now, here's the kicker. The boys are at work. So I'm like, well, you know, because I have a truck, but we got to get that tire off to put it in the truck, you know, and we can go get our new tire and put it on. I'm like, well, I don't know how the hell to do that, right? And so I go in the house and I was doing stuff. And then about an hour later, guess who was helping my child? Because we tried to get those lug nuts off, but they were too hard. My ex-husband. But he couldn't even get them off. And he's very strong. He's very, very strong. And he could not get them off. So you needed a machine. I feel like there's a piece of hair in my face or something. So you needed a machine or something. Now, let me just tell you how this is. I don't like him. I think he's evil. What he did to my son. My son doesn't care for him. But we give him respect if it comes to Lexi or Isaiah. Because you got to remember, he's been in my kid's life for 13 years. Lexi was 11 years old. Isaiah was 5. And they didn't have that type of relationship like Tyler did with him, or you know what I mean? So even though he didn't like take my kids out places and take them to them and all that type of stuff, my kids know if they need something, they know they can call him and he would be right there. Just like he has 2 children that are my stepkids and will always be my stepkids. And if my stepdaughter or my stepson calls me and they're in their 20s, I'm right there. You know, I'm not going to say to them, well, I'm not married to your father anymore, don't call me. No. I've known them since they were, well, I'm going to say her name. So my stepdaughter was 11 years old. Her and Lexi are 4 months apart. She's 4 months older than Lexi. And my stepson is a year younger than Tyler. So they all grew up together. No. So really, like, when I was with my husband, we were raising 5 kids. I say 3 because, you know, I don't talk about my stepkids a lot. You know, not because I don't love them. I love my stepkids. But, you know, it's just, I don't know. I just don't do that for their privacy and all that stuff. So I don't say anything. If she wants to get a hold of him, because Lexi's father is blind. I've shared that with you. He went blind a long time ago from diabetes. So the only thing he can do for my daughter is give her money. But she doesn't have anybody physically so she counts on. She still considers my ex-husband her stepfather. When she introduces him, she still says stepfather. When I talk about my stepkids, I still say my stepkids. I don't say my ex-stepkids. And so that's where I'm trying, and that's the mature way. And anytime you split in a relationship, that's how it should be. You should never get the kids involved, in my opinion. Just like their biological fathers, I don't talk bad about. What Lexi's father did to me, I always say 11, but it was 13 staples in the back of my head and all that. I don't down her father. She calls him daddy, and I'll say, you going to go see daddy this week? And have you seen daddy? I don't say anything. Isaiah's father, he still owes me over $68,000, so we're rounded off to $70,000. I don't talk bad. And I don't talk bad about Tyler's father to him. If anything, I talk so positive to them because that is still their father. You know what I mean? Just like my mother didn't talk bad about my father, who was a drug addict and used to beat the shit out of my mother. Okay? My mother was 9 months pregnant and he beat her stomach in with a guitar, where she lost the baby and she had to get a hysterectomy. So there was a lot of things, okay? But she still never downed my father to me. And I think that's something good. So I know, because sometimes when I say things, they'll say, oh, why? No, that's our stepfather. I don't like him. I don't have to speak to him. You know, I don't have to deal with him because she's old enough to call him. And I'm never going to tell her. Now, he ain't going to come in my house or in my fenced-in yard. You know, it ain't going to be like that. But, you know, I have that much respect for my children that she looks at him. I'm not going to say, don't you contact him anymore. You know what I mean? No. So there's history there. So the one thing I will respect is, if my kids do call him for something, he is there. Not financially, not like that, but he's there to help them. And so I appreciate that. And I would never tell him, don't get a hold of my kids. I'm just not going to do that, you know? So that is that. So because of him, we were able to get her a new tire. You know, I gave her the money to get a new tire. And then, you know, whatever. It doesn't matter. I just, that was that. And what happened was she ran something over. So it needed to be replaced. I'm like, Lexi, it's always that, like, you got to be more careful, you know? I also told her she needs to purchase the caps for the tire thing, because 3 of them are missing. She only has 1. I don't know what the heck happened to them. Okay, so I wanted to tell you about, I went on this rant, and I didn't mean to. I just wanted to tell you about Lexi's car. What else? Oh, my last video, my last sit-down video I do want to talk about. I just want to thank you guys for all of your positive comments. I tell you guys that all the time, but I don't think you guys realize, maybe you do, how much you guys mean to me and how much you guys have helped me. I mean, if somebody didn't know me and they just seen that table talk, you might think, oh, she's complaining again. But most of you guys that know me know, like, I just vent and I just talk, and that's what helps me heal, is by talking. And you know, I just went to like therapy. Like, I had a therapy appointment this morning, and therapy has really, really helped me. It really has. And I just recommend it to anybody. I really do. And now that we're like going through like my childhood trauma, which was a lot, and I'm not going to get into, you know, I didn't realize how much it affected me into adulthood. I didn't realize not having a father or a father figure growing up affected me and the men that I chose. I didn't realize that I was suffering from like abandonment issues, hence why I didn't want anybody to live, or I couldn't like cut people off, or I couldn't let people go. I had a hard time letting people go, or I would put up with or whatever the case may be. I was hurting, and so I vent instead of just bye. It was like, I don't know, but I'm learning that about myself. And I'm also learning, like I was saying in that video wasn't to start drama or anything like that. That video was to say, look, it's me, I'm the problem too. It's not just about everybody else. It's about me, right? And the things that I do that I need to improve. I need to figure out, why do I vent so much? Why do I allow things to bother me like that? Why? Why did I used to get so mad? I'm not mad, upset if somebody didn't like me, if they left me a comment, if they judged me, or whatever the case may be. You know, it would hurt my feelings. There were sometimes I couldn't even sleep because I would think so much. Why? And that's what I'm learning. And for me, I've always been the type of person, let's say somebody didn't want to be my friend, or somebody didn't want to date me anymore, or whatever the case may be, anything. I was always the type of person, I needed to know why. And then once I knew why, then I can go in my steps. But I had to understand why. Instead of where a lot of people could just be like, I don't care, bye. I wasn't like that. And now I'm getting to that point where, one, I'm getting too old to care, but you know, you're never too young to learn things. And even though I'm almost 50, right? You know that saying, you're just never too old to learn and to grow and to do better. And that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm telling you, it has made, I know I keep stressing this, but I really am in a happy place. Like, an example, if somebody made a video on me, I'm just saying, I don't care. I don't need to watch it. I don't care what people say about me. I don't care if people want to expose. I mean, they don't really have nothing to expose. I'm just not that anybody is. I'm just talking in general, because that's what has happened to me in the past. I don't care anymore. I don't care. I'm learning, like, if people don't like you, they don't like you. And I was always the type that I had to always explain myself. Even if I wrote a comment and somebody got upset, I had to over-explain. No, I meant this. If I made a video, and I had this happen to me, if I made a video and if somebody took offense to it, like, you know, I'd have to say, no, I meant it like this. Now, if I care about you, my friend, that's different. But just in general, people I didn't even know, I'd be like, no, I meant like, why? Why did I care so much? You know? And I'm learning that, like, if somebody doesn't like you, and there doesn't have to be a reason, and I'm talking to you guys too, it doesn't have to be a reason. It could be the way you dress, the way you look, things you can't help, your personality. It could be jealousy, you know, anything. No matter what you say or do, they're not going to like you. It could be where somebody else is venting about you, and even though they didn't have that experience with you, they just automatically think you're that type of person, or maybe had an experience, but then hear somebody else and then just come to that conclusion. You know what I mean? And I'm learning, like, that's okay. Not everybody's going to like you. Just like a lot of people, because this is a lifestyle vlog channel, right? And so I share my life. I vlog and I share my life. And what's in my life? My kids, my friend Ryan, right? My friends, right? And my dogs, you guys, right? That's what I care about. And I talk about that stuff. And some people can't understand that. They say, oh, she shares too much or whatever. Well, that's not what their channel's about, right? Some people, their channel is about judging other people and they don't disclose anything about themselves, which is fine. I think that's smart, but that's just not me. And so I realize now that I open myself up. See, it's starting to get windy and cold. I am opening myself up to judgment and people to talk because I'm sharing it. I used to get so offended if somebody said something about my kids or me as a mother or what I'm doing, like that mama lion. I don't care. Because some of the people that are judging me, it's like, are your kids in your life? Do your kids do anything for you? Are you still taking care? Like what? You know, like sometimes people, they, you know, say like, well, you need to, you're hurting your kids. You're coddling them too much. But why? Because when I go to the grocery store and I make a list and ask my kids what they need because I'm already out and I just get it. But my kids do the same thing. Every day when Isaiah gets off of work, just about every day, he'll say, Mom, do you need anything before I come home? Tyler does the same thing. If he goes and is going to the store, Wawa, Walmart, he will literally come all the way up in my room if I'm up there, and he'll say, Mom, you need anything? I'm going here. That's just what we do as a family. I do for them, they do for me. And I don't think anything, I am okay with it. I just think that's a positive thing, you know. If Isaiah goes to Wendy's, and he hardly ever eats out, you know, that's my healthy kid, you know, but he knows I like the Wendy's salad. He'll say to me, Mom, do you want a Wendy's salad? Or sometimes he just brings it home for me. You know, my kid Lexi is always, Mom, if I'm not feeling well, you want me to cook? You know, and not that I have to like explain myself. I just want to say, so when I go to the store, that is what I do because I'm already now. If I was already home, I ain't gonna go out and get my son chocolate milk or go get this and go get that. Cause no, I'm already at the store, so we just get it. We all work together. My boys fix everything. They do everything. You've seen when I was doing my side yard. That's why I don't do things when my kids are home. I'm glad you guys finally seen it because they don't allow me to do anything. And I enjoy doing stuff, you know. But Lexi is a little spoiled, right? I ain't gonna lie. I raised my boys. Lexi don't carry nothing. So if Lexi's doing laundry, the boys will bring their laundry downstairs. And when she's done her laundry, the boys bring it upstairs. And she got very spoiled, right? If I'm going grocery shopping and different things, the boys bring it in. I just text them I'm home and I go right in the house. Right? And the same thing with Lexi. So Lexi's a little bit spoiled. And I do kind of coddle Lexi a little bit more because she's a girl, right? I do. As far as like if her car or whatever. But if that was Isaiah or Tyler's car that was going flat or whatever, no, they're going to handle that themselves. They're men, you know? I just know from experience being a woman how people take care of you. Now, if Lexi didn't just get off of work, I would have had her go with me. But I wanted her to sleep. And plus I had things to do anyway. My point is I'm getting all, I don't know what the heck's I don't even know because this isn't a rant video or anything like that. What I'm saying is, so when, I know I went all the way left field. What I'm saying is when people would make little comments, it would bother me so much. It would piss me off. Remember I used to read people's comments? It used to make me mad. No, why do I care? Why do I care if somebody doesn't like the way I parent or whatever like that? I don't care. I don't care. Now, if my kids weren't working or wasn't helping out with bills or anything like that, it's something different. Or I'm doing yard work while they're in there watching TV or whatever the case may be. That's something different. But like I said, we just work together. Tyler gives me $2,000 a month.
Hello there, Editing Ann here. I do want to reference this because when I shared on my other table talk video that my son pays $2,000 a month, I did get a few comments about I overcharge my son. I do want to say this. I never put a set price on how much Tyler has to pay me rent. He used to pay me $1,500 and then he noticed prices go up, so he gives me $2,000. He is the one who originally started giving me $1,500. He chose to do that because he wanted to help. And then at the end of the month, he'll give me more. So I just want to set that record straight, okay? And that my kids all know if they don't like how much they pay or that I charge rent, they can move out. It's their choice.
And then there's times toward the end of the month, he gives me another $500. And then when taxes are due every 3 months, he gives me more than that. So I'm also learning that people also have an opinion because I'm sharing it, right? I used to get so mad, like, why are people saying? But listen, I'm sharing it. So I have to realize and understand people are going to have an opinion too. So that's why I'm saying it doesn't bother me. Now, some things does, right? Because I'm still a mom, right? But I'm not to the point where I'm like getting so angry or not losing sleep over it. Does that make sense? My whole point to all of this is I've just learned a lot about me, and I've just seen such a change with me, how I handle things. Now listen, I still have a temper. I think that's always going to be there. That's in my genetics, okay? Right? I'm still high strung and everything else like that. But I just don't allow things to bother me anymore. So if somebody wants to make a video or anything like that, I ain't going to watch. I'm not going to comment. I'm not going to do any of that. I don't care. I don't watch people. I used to. If I didn't like somebody, or let's say I got into an art, whatever, I used to. And it's like, no, that's something. And now I look back at it like, why would somebody want to watch somebody they don't like? Why? It's like, why was I doing that? You know, was it hate watching? I'm not sure. Or if it was a train wreck, I'm like, oh, no, I don't watch. I don't know. I just think, like I've always said, when you're truly happy or have joy, there's a difference between being happy and having joy. You know, like it doesn't matter. Like, you know how I always tell you guys, what people eat doesn't make you shit, right? In other words, what other people say is none of your business, has no effect on you, because you ain't going to change their mind how they feel. And it's just very peaceful. It really is. And then learning that I'm the problem too, and it changed me, you know? I don't know. What was even the point? Say, this is what happens. I start talking about something, and then I go to something else, and then I forget initially why I was bringing that up. Oh, look at Rocky. Look, oh, I love. He's a Rottweiler. I know I showed you before. I'm going to turn you around. There's Rocky. Oh, he's so cute. I always tell you guys that it looks like that cage is small, but it's not. It's so big. And then he has one of those dog houses, right? And it's heated. It has like the roof. It's like solar panel, and it's heated, and it has AC. I mean, that dog is spoiled, and he has got a big ball and all of that. And then, like, if it's like too hot or getting cold or whatever, of course they bring him in and stuff, but he loves it. He just has so much fun. He's always playing with this ball. And now that he knows me, or if at nighttime, you know, he's you know, if he barks and I'll say, hey Rocky, he just looks at me, and it's you know, he's just such a good boy. You know, Rottweilers, pits, all that get a bad name, German Shepherds, but it's all how you raise them, you know, and he's a good boy. And what else? I don't think there's anything else I have to talk about. I just wanted to come on here real quick. Oh, I will show you the side yard and how much I got done so far. But yeah, I just wanted to come on, and because tomorrow I won't really be filming because it's my birthday. So I don't think I'm going to be like vlogging with Ryan for the first time on my birthday, because I don't know what he's doing. You know what I mean? But definitely when we go to Atlantic City. But you never know. You never know. All right, let me go ahead and show you the side yard and then say my goodbyes. Make this short and sweet. And yeah, I'll be right back. All right, so I'm in my backyard. I mean, my side yard now. But let me show you. Do you remember I was saying, like, there's some green stuff that's coming up in our front yard? And I look like grass, but some of you guys said flowers. It's definitely grass. Hold on, let me show you. Look at the grass already that I'm going to have to start cutting. Oh, look, one little flower came up. Oh, that's so cute. But anyway, right here. So it's definitely... Hi! Hey, cutie. That's so good. But this is definitely grass. See? See? Isn't that weird? And I want it to grow a little bit so I can see, like, it'd be nice if, like, it all connected. But before it was like little patches. But it's so weird. And then on this side of the gate, let me show you. Like here's a patch. What the heck is that? Because I didn't plant anything. See how these look like patches? Last year, I took everything up. See, it looks like that. Okay, because that's the start where I told you where I pulled stuff out. And then over here, you know, I'm going to plant some flowers. But look, there's a patch here. And then over here, it's these patches. So weird. All right, so this is what we did so far. Do you see how all of it, I don't know what this is. This is trash. I still have to get this gate up, so I need to dig. But all that's up. The boys still have to get this up because I just can't. Because I think the main root is here and it goes over in their yard, so. But yeah. See how, like, if you don't get the roots up like I was doing, it starts growing again? So, you see how it's all growing again? So I really got to, like, get this stuff up again and dig. But, yeah, it's looking good. I just have a little bit more to go, like, especially over here. Because I didn't get to this part yet. But you see, that type of stuff, you get, like, so it has still wood and everything. But once I get everything up, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get cardboard, put cardboard down here first, and then mulch, and then some flowers. And then here's my butterfly tree. Nothing came up yet. All right, I'm going to get off of here because you see it's getting very dark looking. Hey, Kiri, I'm coming in. All right, guys. Dogs are at the window upstairs trying to whining. Please thumbs up the video, thumbs it down. Make sure you leave a comment. Commenting really helps with engagement. I almost forgot. Even if it's just an emoji, mean the absolute world to me. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay healthy, and most importantly, always stay you. Never let somebody take you out of your character. Do as I say, not as I do. And I will keep you updated on my birthday and everything else. Bye.